What's going on, guys? So today we are going to play some World of Warcraft. Had to adjust the mic there. We're going to be playing some World of Warcraft, some WoW, and some leveling dungeons. Currently leveling my Druid. I'm also going to be snacking on some Reese's, so there will be eating sounds. Merry Christmas, everyone. This is going to be a little late, but I'm recording this on Christmas. Happy holidays. Hope everyone had a good Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, hope you had a good day. Hope everything's going well. I just started healing kind of recently, a couple weeks ago. My WoW experience basically had been only tanking. But I recently got into like DPSing and PvPing, and now a couple weeks ago I started healing on my Shaman. That went pretty well. I was 1800 in DPSing, but playing with my same friend, healing, I got 1900 like super quick on the Shaman, so it's cool that DPS healing wasn't as crazy as I thought it was. I was pretty scared doing it, but it was definitely an advantage that I already gotten used to PvP in the PvE role. I mean, in the DPS role. So it really wasn't too bad to just get used to healing instead of DPSing. But I thought it was going to be a lot scarier, especially with how much damage there is. But it wasn't too bad. But of course, my friend was geared 1800 already, so that's pretty nice. But I didn't realize the tank was already moving. Got a mage 1800. That's the DPS that I started playing when I started DPSing from tank. I tanked, this guy's going wild. I tanked, since I started playing in Pandaria. But, up until this expansion, basically. But my first character ever was actually a shaman, and I think he was healing, but I didn't really, I didn't play him that much. I leveled with him and everything, but I definitely didn't really do much content with him. And because when I started playing, it was the end of Pandaria, so whatchamacallit, Siege of Orgrimmar was wrapping up, and I couldn't really get into any groups. And a lot of people were just like, "Nah, you're too low," and I knew nothing, so it was kind of difficult. So then I just went with, I guess I just decided to try something else, and I went with a Blood DK. And that is what I mained for multiple expansions. That was it. I didn't play any other class. I never even leveled another class. So, playing all these new classes, actually, it's fun. Like, I'm playing the game now, I guess. Definitely cool to try new things. And especially for PvP, it's great to have experience on a lot of things. Because so I went from my DK being the only character I had max in Legion and maybe BFA, maybe right at the end of BFA since it took 10 years. I had another max, but otherwise it was just... Oh no, I did have my Shaman. I ended up bringing my Shaman back up. I tried DPSing in PvE when I came back from a break, but that just died. I just never really got into a guild or something. But yeah, so I went from that to now I have, in this expansion, I have a warrior max level, a mage, a shaman, a DK, and now this druid, which is like so many. I used to think like people having multiple characters was crazy. I don't know how they do it, but here I am. Ain't that bad. But of course none of them were super caught up. But now with all the catch-up systems, oh my goodness, it's so nice. The conduit did change, was crazy. Giving now you get all the conduits at 200 is so nice. That was the most annoying thing, I think. So yeah, but so I boosted this druid. You guys don't know, if you have the base edition of Shadowlands, the Christmas sale right now, you can get the heroic edition for $10, and the heroic edition comes with a 50 boost, so it's a $10 50 boost, which is pretty good. So I got that. I boosted this guy. I've just been chilling playing him, and it's been fun. Druid's pretty cool. I look forward to PvPing with him, and probably even doing PvE content. Because I don't know, I think this is pretty... Shaman is kind of similar, but I think I kind of like this more than Shaman. A little bit. So it's definitely, I've been having a good time with it. Leveling is so fast now. It's pretty crazy. I just started this guy last night, and I don't know, I've probably done like 10 dungeons or something. I don't know, I feel like it hasn't been much at all. Especially if you get geared people, it's just super easy. Like, especially these dungeons, that's why I was doing time walking, but I feel like time walking takes too long. And I feel like these dungeons still give more. I know it doesn't say it gives more, so it's probably like, no, but I don't know, I feel like they might give more XP in the dungeon. I mean, the end XP thing is definitely, oh man, what's going on? Different. Good for Legion, but everyone's scaled down, so you don't get the advantage of having super geared people compared to here. Like right here, this tank is really geared for this content, so it's super easy. But in Legion, everyone's scaled, so it doesn't matter as much. So these dungeons, I've been lucky. Pretty much every dungeon has had a carry. I think I had one dungeon that didn't. I could soothe those guys. I got one of them. I wasn't ready. I kind of forgot. but the normal dungeons are definitely easy peasy. Pretty worth. But, yeah, so I'll probably do more WoW videos. So if you like it, make sure to comment, like, let me know. I'm excited for the new update to come out. Like for the next patch. This patch I pretty much only PvP'd. I didn't really play a whole lot. This expansion I've kind of been in a gray area for like dedicating to a game. Yikes. That guy just got hit by everything. I could have hit him with the heal all dots. But I expected it to eventually end, but oh no, they're not moving for the ghost is what's happening. It's just auto-attacking him. So I'm not 100% on like PvE heals. But I haven't really had a problem yet. Druid seems pretty chillin'. I'm not sure what mana efficient things are. I'm sure I might be able to do it differently. I think I need to use wild growth more instead of dotting up each person with like multiple dots. And sometimes I dot people and they're not taking damage at all, and like they won't be, and so it's like that's like a waste. But I don't really know these dungeons that well from a healing perspective, so it ain't too bad. Wait, I totally forgot to res that guy. If he was just standing there. I'm just like thinking about things to say. I forget to do things in game. Yeah, so we're gonna get this guy to 60 soon. But that level 60 thing I thought was huge. If you have the standard edition upgrade with $10 and you get a level 50, which is pretty nice for what it'd normally be. Although now they have level 60 boosts out. But yeah. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Not much going on. Man, healing in general, I thought healing would be a lot crazier, but it's really just you have what you have, and if people aren't gonna survive, like once you know all the buttons, it's basically like you just push everything you can, and if people are gonna die, then whoops, I need to get back in my human form. Well, I was trying to just cast Wrath and stuff. I haven't played anyone that has different forms and stuff. Alright, so level 57. Oh, sweet. We can trade it. But it doesn't actually matter because as soon as we hit 60, we are going to get I'm gonna get straight PvP gear. I got 9,000 conquests sitting on my Shaman, the guy that I just started PvPing on, because I had 9,000 conquests on my mage when I started him, so I sent him over full gear, so he didn't need to use any conquests. So I just got tons of conquests. I think I probably now have 10,000 on the resto. I think he's sitting just below 1900. Or actually, I think I lost a lot last time I was playing. He might be 1800. But it sucks shooting up that high. Because, oh man, he's still not even rival geared yet. It takes so long. Okay. So I was gonna say, let's open up another Reese's here. Like I've just been at 1800 since I was probably still like 233. sucks how low honor is, but now honor's buffed, so. Ain't too bad. Which better at least. Oh, this group already pulled. Seems like they must have wiped or something. That tank. Well, and then the healer left, so who knows what happened. But healing with the Druid has definitely been nice. Although I do think it is kind of like resto. Because, I mean, Shaman, because all Shaman, I was pretty much just putting hots on people. Keep me up, your rip died. But, yeah, I'm just getting hit by stuff now. If any of you guys play WoW, let me know what classes you guys play. What you think of Shadowlands? I wish I did more to try to be involved with Shadowlands. I don't know why. I just haven't been in it because it seemed alright, but I wasn't really involved in the content this expansion. I do really want to actually get involved in this patch and like raid with the guild. That would just be ideal. I could have rooted that. I totally forgot that they were coming out. Could have looked back. I don't think about my raid at all. Well, I need to start because PvP is going to be pretty important. These dungeons, though, it's kind of funny when you have all new people. Nobody knows what's going on. Seeing like how people go up through the dungeon, it can be kind of not good sometimes, of course, if it's nothing but wipes, but usually it's not too bad. But man, people get toxic with new people. Start freaking out like everyone's just playing this game. Like I get getting upset, especially in Mythic Plus as far as dungeons are concerned. Like Mythic Plus, like higher stuff where you're expected to know some things. But doing a normal leveling dungeon, I think you really need to lower your expectations of players. Like, they get upset about people not knowing like the most, like not even stuff that normal players may even know. I just like get upset about routes and stuff, and it's like, come on, dude, it's a normal. Like, nobody here is has to be great. I just don't even get how they get upset. It's just crazy that they can't even think. It makes them look stupid. They think this person's stupid, but it's like, Clearly seems like it's this person's first time being here. They're getting upset. That just makes them look silly. Of course, they'll never see it that way, but... Two legendaries is gonna be pretty wild. In the next big patch, I guess. What is that? 9.2, 9.1? No, it's 9.2. Or is it 9.3? I don't know. Either way should be good. I mean, all the changes they've done now have been great. Like, they've definitely been trying. So it would seem. I think they've been positive, in a positive direction. All you can ask for. Gotta step on all this stuff. There is a lot of things in these dungeons, though, that you realize once you're in here. That if you don't know what's going on, it's a big deal. Like, you forget how many things you have to know to play this game. Like, just be ready, because especially when you're new, people are probably still learning their class. You know, they're not even... People are probably looking at their buttons. They're not really ready for all the boss stuff. Especially with boosts now, you literally don't know how new a person is. Like, they may not have leveled 1 to 50 or 1 to 60. Now the 60 boost is out, so they could be super new. I don't know what's best damage wise for Druid when it's like super light. I try to just keep my dots up, but I don't know. I know I can go cat and stuff, but I was doing that at first, but then obviously the later you get, the more people just need heals. But then once you get low geared again, then it goes back to that. Jump down here to dodge that. I guess I'll probably say some like little things too. I'm doing these dungeons for anyone learning or interested. Oh, that slime does damage. It's gonna be an invisible person right here. Tank knows it. Okay, he's just gonna die. I'll go res him. Fuck it, I'll just battle res him. Just to get him going. We shouldn't need a battle res. Let's go, let's go. I do curse sometimes. I don't know, I try not to curse in these videos. But for anyone that may affect. But I try not to, so probably won't curse very much. But when it does happen. Should save my charge for this. So like that bulwark, someone's gotta CC him. I have a stun too, I could have CC'd him, but just didn't get in there. And fun thing for DKs, if you're a Death Knight, you can mind control that guy and use it as an ability for him. And it'll give you and your allies the same bonus. nice for the boss down there during the acid rain. That damage reduction, that AoE damage reduction is pretty nice. So everyone's going to take a lot of damage here. I know money's going to get them. Sometimes people just be leaving them. They probably don't know, but oh, whoops, all that stuff's on the hunter. Chromie's really cool though. Like when I first leveled this character, he's a high mountain. So he started level 10 and just getting to activate Chromie time and do those old dungeons right away. This is super nice. Or different dungeons rather. So I've been playing WoW since the end of Pandaria, and I started my own guild in Warlords, the next expansion, and that was super fun, and because I just never got into a guild before that, and guilds were always just like, you know, I was too far behind to catch up, but I didn't really know anything, so it was hard to catch up. But yeah, so I just started my own guild at the next expansion, and that was a great time. Doing High Mall. I just remember, I don't know, it's just a different, back when everyone's like, I don't know, it was just so casual. After a while, you know, you just get to trying to push further, and you get into just Mythic, and pushing that, and then it's like AOTC doesn't even matter anymore, you know, it's like, if you're not getting cutting edge, it seems not that great. But back then, cutting edge was super sick, and I still do think cutting edge is sick. And obviously cool to get. But I don't know, back then progging, cause then by the time I get to BFA, and I still was running a guild with my buddy. You know, we hit AOTC first week, and it's just like a roadblock in the way of Mythic content. But back then, it was like, I remember getting AOTC, it was super sick and fun. Just running your own guild was nice. And like some of the guys that were part of that guild, they still have my friends list. I've seen them or talked to them in game. But like after that first raid, we stopped raiding. I think we just lost people and it just became too difficult to fill the roster. So we all kind of split ways. Like guild didn't stay together or anything. I don't know anyone from there now that I like actively play with. So yeah, but that was a good time. High Mall was a fun dungeon. So WoD was like my first expansion. So I know like people that hate WoD, I think. So all the time travel stuff, but I had a good time. Although I did stop at the High Mall, and then I came back for like the end of Blackrock Foundry, I think. I was straight bugging. We'll go over my history before we leave here. So yeah, I played High Mall, played that all the way through, got into Mythic Prog, I think, but with randoms, not my guild. And then I came back a little bit for Blackrock Foundry. It was all bugging, and I got like fully heroic geared, but I never got AOTC. I never killed Blackhand, but I got tons of bugs. That was a good time too. Like, it was cool. Like, bugs were wild. And then Hellfire Citadel, I did not play at all. And I remember coming back and playing, and I was like, I felt so lost. So I just ended up not playing again. Wow, that has so many bosses. Yeah, I didn't play that at all. So I kind of stopped playing, and then Legion came out. And I came back again, and I started another guild with a buddy of mine. And we raided Emerald Nightmare. We were on Blackrock. And we were the second guild on Blackrock to kill Nathendra on Heroic. That was kind of cool, I thought, at the time. But then, we didn't like smoke Heroic. It was big prog. It took a while, but we did eventually get AOTC, and that was super sick. And then that guild ended up falling apart too. And then I ended up just joining a guild, and they were doing Mythic Prog. And I think I killed up to, I think, dragons. Like, not, Ursoc, I like killed these 4, and we were on dragons. Oh no, wait, dragons was easy. So I think we killed Nathendra, yes. Ursoc, yes. The dragons, yes. I think dragons were easy. You did them out of order. So then it was this spider. I don't think we ever got her, so I think we killed Il'gynoth. I think. So that's 4, because I knew it was like 4. 4 sounded right. But then I remember it's out of order, and I think dragons was actually like an easy fight for Mythic. Like, that was the freebie everyone gets after Nathendra, I think. But and then Trial of Valor, I was still with that guild, I think. But then I ended up leaving or something, and it was and I ended up bugging it, and I got AOTC. Never did Mythic though. Maybe progged with bugs and Odin, but maybe I got Odin. That's probably Rourke. I was trying to think. Oh, let me see. Actually, maybe there's a mythic only mechanic. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe no mythic prog. Can't remember. So probably just AOTC for trial. Nighthold, I was out again. Didn't play. All these times I'm leaving, I pretty much only played one game at a time. Forever. Like, if I'm playing a game, I'm maining that game. So, anytime I stopped playing this, I was basically playing League of Legends. Because League was my first game and my main. And then then my buddy introduced me to WoW at the end of Pandaria, and that's when I started playing. But so I really haven't played that much. Sometimes when I look at it, I haven't been playing super consistent. Because then I was out again, didn't play any of Nighthold, didn't play any of Timus or Garrus. And I came back again in Taurus, full force. Me and a buddy, and we started a guild again. And we got progged heroic pretty easily, and got to mythic, and then we got up to Iminar, and we were just hemorrhaging people, and it's so difficult to like you can't really get rid of people. Like, new guilds if you're not lucky, like, you'll probably start a guild and get a good base if you're trying to prog, right? Obviously, tons of guilds are just like for fun and you're chilling, right? You're all there but we really wanted to push mythic content, right? And so, really, not that many people were that good. So it's really difficult. And then, whenever you lose the good people, because the bad people are there, not that they're bad, but they're just underperforming for mythic. But you can't replace them. Like, it's so hard to find replacements. And then once you're getting rid of people and replacing them, and then the new people leave because they get recruited somewhere else, it just is such a mess. It's so difficult to build like a pushing team with without like putting a ton of work into it and like constantly reaching out and recruiting. So it was real difficult, and we ended up falling apart with Iminar, at Iminar, in, as far as Mythic Proc goes. I think we might have bugged and killed Iminar, but I don't know. So that was that, and then most of my days were just spent, I do just like raiding though, like I really like raiding. Anytime I wasn't playing and doing mythics, I just do heroics all day, like I really do like raiding. And I do normals and just chilling and parsing sometimes, you know, but not doing it to where it's affecting the raid. I wasn't a parser that was annoying to the raids that they join. I can't stand that one. You know what I'm talking about if you play. So, and then BFA came out. I don't. Okay, Altair, okay. I was like, wait, no way, this was the first raid. I don't know why I was skipping. So BFA came out, and I think we were kind of still a guild. Like, people stopped playing, but the main people stayed. So we still had some people around. And we regrouped and started the guild again for Altair. And cleared it again. I think we killed second week. Or maybe first week. With like, it was a long... It was like we were proccing it for hours, and like we had bugs, and like they stayed. It was crazy. We stayed up so long, and we got it, and boom, into that might have been first week. I remember it. It was weird how long we stayed on the boss proccing it. So I feel like it might have been first week because we wanted it so bad. And got into Mythic, and once again, you know, Mythic. People, it's really just doing mechanics, right? And knowing your class. We still had people that didn't actually know their class, and like weren't doing rotations right. Because obviously, once you start progging is when you really start focusing on that. We probably, as guild leaders, should have been doing it before, but you know, it's just a lot of work. So, you know, so like all of a sudden, you know, people aren't doing things right. And then of course on top of that, there's mechanics they have to be doing that are difficult, so I think we ended up falling apart after Vectus. We killed Dalek, Mother, Fetid, Herald, and Vectus, and I think we kind of just fell apart after these, because I think we killed this guy, and then we ended up getting stuck on him again for a while. I don't know. Or maybe we started progging Zol, but yeah, that was kind of our first like start of an expansion, having our own guild push. So that went kind of well. And this was about the time. This was when I first started taking raiding seriously. In Antorus here, I was taking it pretty serious. Actually, here I took it serious, but then like really looking into it and trying to like help people like the guild was probably here. And, yeah, but then, once again, you know, people start leaving, it just becomes difficult, and the guild died again. And we were out didn't do anything for Battle of Dazzalore. I didn't do anything for the Crucible Storm, so this whole time I'm just playing League. And I didn't do anything for Eternal Palace, but I did come back as the alley Shaman that I said earlier. But that didn't go well, and it just wasn't fun. I don't know, it felt weird. It felt like a weird raid to come into. Like, I didn't know anything, and there was like so much I had to catch up on and get. Like the neck pieces, like those conduits, but they're not conduits, I forget what they were back then. So, didn't play that, and then boom, Nyalotha's coming out, all this catch up stuff, and yada yada. So I'll come back from Nyalotha, gets wild, I'm back on my DK. And, dang, I guess we started guild again. I can't so we started a guild again. And got AOTC a little slow though, now it's like not that good. And we prog mythic a little. I don't know, I think this one didn't last long either, because corruptions were so crazy. But I was like super geared. Like I was the blood DK doing like 2 million hit of the whatchamacallit, the corrupted thing. Let me see what it was. I forget now. It was my life. Twilight Devastation. That was nuts. Had an all tank blood DK run. I mean, not just blood DK, but an all tank run. Like I had like 2 million health or some. I might have probably. I think it was tens of millions maybe. I forget now. Like now the numbers have been so different for so long. But like everyone was buffing each other because we're all tanks with our neck and chan. And oh my god, nothing but Twilight Devastations. And we did it with nothing but tanks. It was basically mostly blood DKs, but nothing but tanks. And that was a good time. I was number 1 on DPS, you already know. Because I just had a huge Twilight Devastation. I was also like the 3rd most heals, but I never tanked the boss. So I was taking so much damage from my eye. Like I was over corruption. It was pretty wild, but when that's the only damage happening, it ain't that difficult to stay alive as a blood DK. So it was super sweet. But and then I guess see my WoW history seems so short when I like think of it because I had so many breaks. And then I didn't play Castle Nathria, and here I am playing the most I've ever played, probably. At least like I have so many characters, it's crazy. But at the same time, I'm not doing anything. That's what's weird. Like I'm not doing PvE content, which was like the only thing I did. But now just PvPing. Oh man, I've achieved 1800. But I PvP'd back in Legion, or 1900 on my resto. But I PvP'd back in Legion on DK with a paladin, and we just that was so easy on my Frost DK. That's my peak, is when I hit 2k. That's what I rock on my DK. For the blood, I was so happy that that set was red. It looks sick. So, yeah, and then now here, I've been playing mage mainly in PvP originally, but now I've really been digging the healers. So I have the resto Shaman, and now I'm leveling this guy. So we'll see what happens. But I do want to get back into PvE, but if I get back into PvE, I think it'll be as a DPS. So, should be interesting. I look forward to that. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed.